So, hello, ma'am. Good day. And to our fellow classmates, good day to all of you. We are the Group 5. And before anything else, let me introduce myself. I am Christine May Resurrection. And together with me are my group members, Miss Cristal Mericulio, Miss Monica Miguel, Miss Haula Minanga, Miss Nicole Pajarillo, and Mr. John Perot. So for today's video, we will be discussing about the research instrument that we use in our research study. So before anything else, I would like to tell you the title of our study. So the title of our study is Extent of Implementation of Hybrid Learning to All Level 3 Nursing Students of GSDSM-SFI. Yeah, so in this study, we will be determining what are the extent of implementation of hybrid learning. So when we say hybrid learning, it is the combination of face-to-face and online classes to all level 3 nursing students. Now, for the research instrument used in the study, the first thing that we use is we use to gather the data from our respondents, which is the level 3 nursing student, is the questionnaire. So for the questionnaire, as you can see in your slide or in your screen rather, questionnaire is a self-directing instrument structured with questions and indicators for the respondents to react, a paper and pencil approach. And in here, the participants will going to answer a set of printed, or in our case, we will be using a Google form. So they will be utilizing the said application. So ibig sabihin, hindi po sila magagamit ng mga paper. They will just use their phones or laptop and access the said application to answer the given questions. Then, most frequently used clerical instrument measures information levels, opinions, attitude, belief, feelings, perceptual assessment regarding the variables, actual information or the demographic profile of our respondents, and scanning questionnaire. So in the example, as you can see again in your screen, we provided the example of the questionnaire using the Google form. So in here, the Google form, the questionnaire will only include about the demographic profile of our respondent. Yeah, of our respondent. The sex and the age to be exact. So here are the example of the questionnaires. So as you can see, demographic profile lang din po yung nilagay namin para makarelate ang lahat. And I know for sure you guys already experience answering this kind of questions or survey. Yeah. So for the next research instrument, this will be discussed by the next reporter. Thank you.
One of our research instruments that we use is the scale. So scale are devices designed to assign a numeric score placed on a continuum with respect to attributes being measured. So one example for this is the Likert scale. So Likert scale are declarative statements or items that expresses viewpoint on a topic by indicating a degree of agreement or disagreement. For example, if we are going to have a feedbacking for a particular product, so they can choose in every criteria, they can check on the boxes, or they can choose one of them. They can choose strongly disagree if they are not satisfied to the product, or they can choose disagree and neutral, agree, and strongly agree.
So the next research instrument that we use in our study is interview. Interview is a qualitative research method that relies on asking questions in order to collect data. It involves two or more people, one of whom is the interviewer asking the questions. So interview is the most used research instrument because it is most effective for qualitative research. Why? Because they help you explain, better understand, and explore research subjects, opinions, behavior, and experiences, and also phenomenon. Interview questions are usually open-ended questions so that in-depth information will be collected. And one-on-one dialogue with the respondents, it is in the face-to-face interview, it is possible to record more than the verbal responses of the interviewee. which are often superficial. So, when human beings communicate directly with each other, mas maraming information ang makukuha nila between them. Because also, it goes beyond verbal expression. So, mas makikita nila yung mga verbal expressions nila in one another. And also, the nature of words used is, yun nga, is facial expressions and body language to communicate what the other party means. And also, devices that may be used to ensure accurate recording. One of these is video camera. So, video camera, in an open-ended interview, it is difficult to make notes on everything during the interview. So, it is better to have a video camera to record every details that you've collected to your respondents. And then, next is the tape recorders or tape records. A tape recorder can often be useful. It enables the interviewee to give the respondent his or her full attention during the interview and avoid the need to be constantly scribbling notes. So, the advantage of this is that you can review it later after the interview. However, that not everyone likes to be tape recorded, so we need to respect their privacy. So, pag ganito kasi yung mga devices na ginagamit is advantage rin sila kasi pinapadali nila yung trabaho ng isang interviewee kasi kailangan din ng documentation. So, ayun. And may need a research assistant to help record the answers. This also have a successful interview. And also, kasi kung ikaw lang yung mag-isa, parang dihado ka sa part na ikaw na nga yung nag-interview, ikaw pa yung magre-record. So, also need interview schedule for formal interview and interview guide. So the type of interview that we use is the structured interview. With structured interviews, the format is entirely different. A structured interview follows a specific questionnaire, and this research instrument is usually used as the basis for more quantitative surveys. A structured questionnaire is administered where specific questions are asked in a set order and in a set manner to ensure no variations between interviews. And then respondents' answers are recorded on a questionnaire form, usually with pre-specified response formats. During the interview process, and the complete questionnaires are most often analyzed quantitatively, the structured interview usually denies the interviewer the opportunity to either add or remove questions, change their sequence, or alter the wording of the questions.
So let's proceed to the advantages and disadvantages of the instrument's use. For the advantages of questionnaire, we have facilitates data gathering, easy to test data for reliability and validity, less time consuming compared to interview and observation. It also preserves the anonymity and confidentiality of the respondent's action and answer, flexibility to fill up questionnaire, and easy to administer and retrieve. For the disadvantages of questionnaire, we have printing and mailing is costly, response rate may be low, and respondents may provide only socially acceptable answer, less chance to clarify answers, and needs literacy and capacity to answer, no physical handicap, and lastly, retrieval rate is difficult.
So, I am going to report the advantages of Likert scale. So first, Likert scale use a universal method of collecting data, which means it's easy for us to understand and working with quantitative data. It is easy to draw conclusions, reports, and results graphs from the responses. That's for the advantage of Likert scale. Second is it does not force the participant to take a stand on a particular topic, but allows them to respond in a degree of agreement. And next is the responses presented accommodate neutral or undecided feelings of participants. And Likert scale surveys are also quick, efficient, and inexpensive methods for data collection. So this is not expensive, unlike the other method of and other methods for data collection. So the disadvantages of Likert scale. Likert scale is unidimensional and only gives 5 to 7 options of choices. So limited lang po yung yung options or choices ng Likert scale, and the space between each choice cannot possibly be equidistant. So that's the disadvantage. And second is occasionally results are easily fake, where individuals want to present a false impression of their attitudes, thereby compromising on the survey. So yung Likert scale, pwede siya ma-manipulate according to their gusto na results na or impression na gusto nila mabigay. And next is some respondents lie in the questionnaire. So unlike yung disadvantage is pwede silang magsinungaling sa questionnaire, kasi yun yung disadvantage of Likert scale.
So for the advantages of interview, the responses are broad and varied. Respondents can give complete answers if questions are well structured. Verbal and non-verbal behavior can be observed, and there is flexibility in questions asked. What is disadvantage that it can be time-consuming and expensive. Scheduling may be difficult. Respondents' answers may be influenced by the interviewer's behavior, and interviewers need training. So that's all for the reporting of Group 5. Thank you.